Oh, hi. I'm trying to fix the place up a bit. A black screen really isn't that welcoming. Anyway, enjoy the episode.
After the funeral, we jointly returned to Black Mirror. The journey through the desolate countryside seemed endless. No one spoke a single word. When our glances met, they were full of deep sorrow.
Meet Samuel Gordon, grandson of William Gordon, who, in the opening of this game, just died. After being away from Black Mirror Castle for many years, he has returned to attend the funeral where everyone is sure it was an accident or suicide. Everyone, except Samuel. Samuel is sure this wasn't suicide by any means and goes to explore the castle in hopes of finding some answers. In doing so, he starts to find his grandfather was worried about an ancient curse in their family. Black Mirror is a point-and-click mystery game with some supernatural elements behind it. You start off in Chapter 1 and go around talking to everyone and looking through Samuel's grandfather's stuff. And amazingly enough, that's pretty boring. The conversations are not that interesting and some of the acting is kinda dull. Well, not everyone, but Samuel is rather dull, and maybe that wouldn't be so bad except for the moments like this.
The local parish has been here for a very, very long time. According to the oldest books and records, it has been here for so long that only the walls of our castle may remember its foundation. Marcus Gordon had the church built so long ago that the date has already been lost in the mists of time. Therefore, the actual age of the building can only be estimated. As in the past, there was no accurate record-keeping. Should we hold to the views of respected historians, it was around 1215 AD that the church was built.
Oh man, he's still dogging. This is also a problem. There's far too much info done by the time without anything really happening. And also, nothing happens. I mean, there's so much pointless conversations that lead nowhere. Not everything is like this, but that's definitely what's wrong with the beginning first chapter. As an example, there's a conversation that Samuel has with his grandmother about a well near the stables that she once sealed up. This event goes into Chapter 2 as Morris, another servant of the Gordon family, still hasn't done it yet by then. Does this lead to anything? No! Nothing! It's just useless chatter! The well means nothing in this game. Anyway, back to Chapter 1. After finding out about the curse and the weird behavior of Samuel's grandfather in the last 6 months of his life, Samuel collapses because he's a pansy. Okay, it's because Samuel apparently gets these throbbing headaches and he takes medication for it. Bates, the butler, and Samuel's uncle Robert found Samuel, stripped him, and put him in bed. By Chapter 2, you start getting strange visions, very strange visions of death and murder. Ah! Naked Samuel! Anywho, by this point there has been another death. Henry the gardener has died, and everyone, even the detective, assumes he drowned in the fountain outside because he drinks a lot. He probably got drunk and fell in. Chapter 2 gets more interesting as you try to get something you were sure Henry stole from your family, but his body is still being looked over and the case is still open. You can't get to his stuff just yet. Also, you start to suspect the people in the village and your family of hiding things from you and not seeming to really care about the strange events around you. Samuel decides to uncover the mystery of the curse on his family and finish what his grandfather started. Black Mirror is a pretty nice looking game for 2003. Some of the imagery looks weird, but others look just fine, especially later in the game. Sprites also move very slowly, except yours. It can take forever sometimes to start a conversation as they slowly turn to face you. Also, all the NPC sprites change due to the lighting of the room, except you. It just looks so out of place. You look like you don't belong in the scenery at all. is a nice option that I don't think I've seen in many other point-and-click games. You can double-click the next room and the game sends you there before your character gets there. It saves a lot of time when you wander around and backtrack. The game's story is pretty good, but does have its problems. There are plenty of interesting moments and creepy atmosphere, but it's kind of easy to figure out what's going on rather early. That is probably the only real issue I have with the plot that I can give away. The ending leaves at least one death unanswered. There isn't much music, mostly short songs when something happens, a song on the menu screen, and one for the puzzles. While the story is not bad and the game itself is fun, there are a few problems with it. One being some puzzles aren't fair. At all. The Zodiac puzzle in Chapter 3 being the worst offender, seeing as how you need to know the order of the Zodiac to even solve it, and there are no clues in the game to tell you. And then, you have to do a slider puzzle, but I just hate those. Chapter 3 is rather annoying, but it does have the best death in the game. Yeah, you can die in this game. The second problem is waiting. There are at least 3 moments in the game where you have to wait for information. I mean really wait. You don't trigger the conversation, you don't do anything but wander around like an idiot until the game decides to tell you what to do next. The third problem is not always being able to grab an item when you see it. There are some important items that Samuel will see but won't pick up until later in the game he needs it, which means backtracking and hoping you remember you tried to pick it up earlier and you might be able to pick it up this time. Despite my complaints about Black Mirror, it's actually a decent game. If you can get it for cheap, I would check it out. Till next time.